Vamos a grabar. Welcome back, welcome back. It's great to see you. You're a great group. Y teníamos muchas dudas. Entonces, acá este es el documento elaborado por la coordinación de práctica, esta génesis, en el que ustedes pueden ver, están los nombres de las parejas. Y
podrías ponerlo en grande para que se vea, Pau. No se ve mucho, la verdad.
yes, it is a little bit small. Okay, I can enlarge.
Ponle modo de presentación.
Okay,
estamos viendo tu PPT.
Yes.
Eso.
Okay, now you can see. Aquí ven mejor. Tenemos los colegios, el profesor guía, y qué más tenemos, la presentación, que nosotros ya las teníamos calendarizadas para la semana siguiente, como verán, el martes y el miércoles. Y todas las demás especificaciones vendrían luego, los cursos que les tocarían y el tipo de trabajo. Profesora Karen, estamos... y este es el profesor que aún nos falta. Este profesor pendiente nos va a confirmar el día de hoy.
Es el que te digo que ya estamos ok.
Estamos ok, pero...
más ratito le completamos los datos.
Esta tarde hablaremos con él y ahí ya, exactamente. Bien, Génesis. Entonces, chicas, ¿alguna pregunta? Bien, todos los establecimientos están en Longaví. Y hasta ahora, como sabemos, toda la práctica va a ser, las actividades de práctica van a ser online. ¿Sí, profesora Karen? Estoy en lo cierto.
Sí, chiquillas, bueno, yo les doy la bienvenida, estoy de intrusa aquí hoy día. Más bien en mi calidad de coordinadora de prácticas de nuestra carrera, quise acompañar un ratito a la profesora Paula para resolver dudas que me contó Marianela, que estaban con harta ansiedad y con harto nerviosismo. Entonces, bienvenidas todas al módulo. Contarles que la profesora Paula va a ser su profesora y docente tutora, va a ir a acompañar a las prácticas, entonces va a estar atenta con sus profesores guías. Y lo que estaba poniendo ahí la profesora Paula están las parejas, que se acuerdan que yo les pregunté el semestre pasado con quién querían trabajar. Y este año tuvimos la gran oportunidad de trabajar con el DEM de Longaví. Lo que pasa es que en Longaví tienen implementado un programa de inglés, por así decirlo, entonces los niños desde pre-kinder tienen inglés en Longaví, ¿ya? Y contarles que ya estamos con los contactos con los directores, con Paula hablamos ya con los profesores guías, como les decía, nos falta la última escuela que vamos a hablar más ratito, vamos a llamar al profesor guía para coordinar. Esos son mis perritos, ya los conocen. Y como les decía, vamos a terminar de coordinar, pero oye, que les quiero contar, chiquillas, que estamos muy contentas con Paula porque los profesores todos son de contextos rurales. Entonces yo estoy muy entusiasmado en que ustedes puedan ser un apoyo, sobre todo en este contexto de pandemia, a los niños de esta escuela, ¿ya? Así que ahí está el nombre del establecimiento. Nosotras con Paula, honestamente, no conocemos la escuela, no alcanzamos a ir a Longaví de forma presencial, pero sí tuvimos la oportunidad de llamar profesor por profesor, son todos muy amables, súper simpáticos, así que estamos seguras que van a tener un excelente proceso de práctica. Y como dice ahí, vamos a tener una presentación, ¿ya? Entonces ustedes ese día, como está ahí anotadito, ustedes coordínense para llegar un poquito antes, porque aprovecho de comentarte, Paula, que en la mañana presentamos a un colegio X, por así decirlo, y nuestros estudiantes llegaron atrasados, y eso se vio súper feo. Entonces, que no nos vaya a pasar con ustedes, ¿ya? Llegar ojalá unos minutitos antes, porque va a ser nuestro link, va a ser el link de Paula. Entonces llegamos un poquito antes para que nosotros estemos esperando a los profesores guías, y en esta presentación nos vamos a presentar, vamos a contar en qué consiste esta práctica, y la idea es que ahí se coordine el trabajo. ¿Por qué les digo esto? Porque, por ejemplo, hay algunos profesores que hacen clases online con los niños, otros que hacen tutorías, otros que hacen cápsulas de video, etcétera, ¿ya? Como son realidades y contextos muy distintos, cada dupla de ustedes va a tener que ir acomodándose, por así decirlo, con su profesor guía. Nosotros ya tuvimos la experiencia el año pasado con los chiquillos en ese entonces, de tercero y cuarto. Entonces ya más o menos ya sabemos cómo funciona y es una excelente experiencia, chiquillos. Yo creo que les va a gustar mucho, sobre todo porque este es su primer acercamiento también a una práctica, como más bien de contexto real, ¿ya? Así que no se pongan nerviosas, nosotras siempre vamos a estar ahí con Paula para apoyarlas. Y en relación a la vacunación, esta es una práctica virtual, ya nunca van a tener que ir al colegio, los profesores ya saben, pero como también sabemos que muchos se quieren vacunar, les dimos esta opción voluntaria de quien quiera sacar este certificado y pueda ir a vacunarse. Es más bien una forma voluntaria, nosotros más bien como aprovechándonos, por así decirnos, de que les puede servir a ustedes, ¿ya? Pero no es que tengan que ir al colegio.
Podemos.
¿Cómo?
Podemos entonces ya vacunarnos, o sea, podemos sacar el certificado para para solicitar la vacuna.
Claro.
Qué bueno.
Sí, pues, por eso le decía que yo más bien aprovechen la oportunidad y, bueno, no sé si alguna de ustedes de Longaví, pues, pero si alguna de ustedes de Longaví le gustaría ir a la escuela, igual quizás pueda ir a conocer a su profesor guía, eso ya vamos a ir coordinándolo con Paula, con el profesor, ¿ya? Pero ¿por qué les dimos la opción de la vacuna? Porque llegó esta información del Mineduc, que si bien dice prácticas presenciales, pero ustedes cuando las vayan a vacunar, ustedes digan ahí que ya están en sus procesos de práctica. ¿Ya?
Y ahí tenemos que ir como a lugares cercanos de donde nos corresponda la vacunación, dependiendo del lugar donde vivimos, ¿cierto?
Exactamente, donde ustedes viven.
En Linares, para educación, es en el liceo frente a la plaza de Linares. Liceo.
En el comercial.
En el comer, sí.
Ya.
Exactamente. Entonces, aquí estaba la explicación, chicas. Ven, en los días Tuesday or 22nd of March or Wednesday, you will receive an invitation. Esto es lo que está diciendo la profesora Karen. With your date, time, and link for the meeting. Ustedes siempre vienen temprano, eso lo explicaba la profesora Karen, nosotros nos juntamos temprano siempre y estamos listas, conversamos antes de la clase y estamos listas. O sea que yo confío en que ustedes siempre son puntuales, salvo casos especiales que me dijo Araceli que estaba haciendo este trámite. In the meeting, we will discuss your duties and activities. ¿Sí? Como dijo la profesora Karen, cada profesor tiene su estilo, las necesidades de sus estudiantes, entonces eso es lo que prestamos atención. You need to make more sure about your connectivity. Y eso también es un tema que deberíamos reflexionar, chicas, debido a los problemas de conectividad que ustedes aún puedan tener. Y vaccination optional and voluntary, eso es lo que era lo último, es voluntario. Génesis me había escrito, creo que está Génesis, finalmente se pudo conectar. Y eso es otra cosa que necesitaríamos que ustedes colaboren con nosotros, esta reflexión. ¿Cómo sienten ustedes que es la estabilidad de esta conectividad para poder, en caso de que tengan que conectarse virtualmente, sincrónicamente con los estudiantes, con el profesor guía, cómo sienten ustedes o si ustedes todavía necesitan apoyo con este tema? Yo sé de Araceli, ella ya me escribió, por lo tanto tengo que derivar esta inquietud a la jefatura de carrera, pero si hay alguien más, los escuchamos ahora.
Sí, chiquillas, y como para terminar de aclarar las dudas sobre la vacuna, contarles que, por ejemplo, sus compañeros de quinto año ya casi todos se han vacunado, porque como es la práctica profesional, los profesores también les van a pedir que vayan a hacer turnos éticos, etc. En el caso de ustedes, y para que haya tranquilidad total, no es que tengan que ir al colegio en Longaví, ya lo vuelvo a repetir para que quede súper claro, sino más bien que nosotros igual quisimos extender el mail o la invitación a las otras prácticas, pensando en que puede que ustedes también quieran vacunarse prontamente, ya más bien como oportunidad, como les decía. ¿Alguna duda respecto a eso, chicas?
Teniendo el certificado ya podemos ir.
Yes. Sí, sí.
Sí, teniendo el certificado, y aprovecho de contarles que hay una opción que dice estudiante en práctica, pero a los chiquillos no les salió, después cuando lo imitan el certificado no les sale la opción, como que no sale impreso, no sé. Pero igual fueron con el documento y los vacunaron, ¿ya? Pero ahí ustedes tienen que poner en qué colegio les tocó, eso les van a preguntar. Y ahí ustedes van a poner, busquen en internet el número del colegio, o sea, todo en internet en todo caso, así que...
Y está acá también, en esta
voluntario.
PPT van a tener ustedes el nombre del colegio, ¿sí? Acá tienen en el PPT, en Educandos, los datos.
Sí, ya recién Paulo me escribió el director don Paulo, para el último grupo.
Ok. Entonces, esto es lo que estamos diciendo acá, la asistencia a la práctica, ya lo vamos a ver luego también, los requerimientos del módulo, es obligatoria. No pueden ustedes faltar a la reunión con el profesor guía, ¿verdad? Sea que tengan una... Génesis, yes, Génesis, y luego la conectividad. Génesis levantó la mano, sorry, Génesis, yes. Are you there? Hello.
Profe, fui yo. No fue la Génesis.
Lizelda, perdón. Pero
Sí. Hola, ¿cómo está, profe? ¿Todo bien?
todo fantástico, Lizelda. Wonderful, marvelous. And you?
Sí, profe, bien. Tenía una duda con los documentos que usted nos pidió. Se los tengo que enviar a usted, ¿verdad?
Me los envían a mí, yo los voy a compilar y se los voy a mandar a la profesora Karen. Aprovecho para decirle que ya tenemos 3, profesora Karen. Ella va a recibir todo.
Súper, eso hay que después ir enviando a los directores.
Claro, los directores.
Igual buena observación, porque chiquilla, no, para ir a un colegio de práctica no es llegar y ir. Hay que tener los papeles limpios, por así decirlo, por eso se piden los certificados.
Claro. Eventualmente tendrán ustedes contacto con niños, ¿verdad? O por supuesto con la presencia de docentes, de padres, de nosotros, de los jefes de UTP, todo el mundo, ¿verdad? Se conecta en las reuniones virtuales con niños, pero de todas maneras ustedes tienen que tener esta habilitación para trabajar con niños.
Exacto.
Y por eso es que necesitamos el tema de la conectividad. Yo sé por otros, también trabajo en la otra carrera, ¿verdad? El párvulo, entonces se nos ha pedido que comuniquemos el tema de, otra vez, el tema de conectividad. Aquellos que tengan dificultad, que crean que van a tener dificultad, chicas, confíen en nosotros para que podamos derivarlas, porque aquí sí necesitamos su conexión, ¿verdad? No se nos puede caer, sabemos con el rol de docentes, ¿verdad? No se nos podría, eventualmente se corta la comunicación, nos ha pasado como docentes, como estudiantes, ¿verdad? Pero eso es un requerimiento. Ok, Génesis. Sí, Génesis tiene problemas, ok, sí, es verdad, Génesis. Entonces voy a transmitir esta inquietud, a ver cómo los podemos ayudar. Había becas de conectividad el año pasado, este año no estoy segura, pero es un tema que tenemos que ayudarlos a solucionar para mejorar, para evitar los cortes no deseados. Entonces, por favor, Génesis, me escribes un correo cortito, bien formal, como lo que sabes escribir, y yo derivo ese problema. Luego, Génesis tenía también esta duda de la vacunación, que ya hemos hablado. El tema de la vacunación voluntaria, quizás sea también importante para sus familias. Recordamos que ustedes viven con adultos mayores y demás, una forma también de cuidar a la familia. Y yo también tengo que ir a vacunarme la semana que viene ahí en el liceo. Ok, delantal. Look at this wonderful pinafore. This is the pinafore. Les pedí foto a las estudiantes que ya lo tienen. Este es el delantal. Tienen que estar vestidas con el delantal en caso de tener clase virtual con los estudiantes. Y bueno, luego presencial, esto va a ser, ¿verdad?, para que les sirva varios años. Y tiene este hermoso bordado. Y ante mi pregunta del bordado, Verónica Fuentes me comentó que en Linares, que en Longaví, ella bordó el suyo, que es este. ¿Hay alguien que vive en Longaví de ustedes? Creo que no. Pero en Linares sí, en la calle Maipú, casi llegando a Manuel Rodríguez. Ahí hacen bordados. Es el dato.
Ahora con la cuarentena, no sé si estarán abiertos esos locales.
No. Linares está todo cerrado, es verdad. Pero para que vayan viéndolo, acá tienen la foto, ¿verdad? Tengo otra foto.
Sí, chiquillas, Paula les va a subir, no sé si ya lo subiste, Pau, a su educando el reglamento de prácticas, que es importante que lo vean y que lo revisen en algún momento con Paula.
Sí,
el reglamento lo que dice es que en el fondo es un delantal azul con cuello blanco, ¿ya? Porque ahora me di cuenta que, por ejemplo, la Verito hizo ese diseño. Pero en el fondo que es un delantal azul con cuello blanco porque ese es el delantal que usan la mayoría de las profesores de educación básica en la escuela, ¿ya?
Sí,
Sí, porque
Daniela.
yo consulté porque hay, por ejemplo, acá cerca de mi casa una señora que hace delantales y tenía un diseño hecho que era con el cuello redondo así nomás. Y era azul y el cuello blanco y tenía cierre. Tenía como un bolsillo acá, 2 abajo y era como, tapaba como la cola. Entonces era como larguito. Y yo no sé si servirá así o tendrá que ser como con el cuello cruzado, con el botón al lado, o
No, sí sirve así. De
ya.
hecho, para ser honesta, chiquillas, como nuestra carrera también es nuevita, nunca hemos como, cuando nosotros llegamos con Marianela, ya las chiquillas se habían mandado a hacer sus delantales, entonces no hay como una estructura fija para el delantal de nuestra carrera. Por eso
Ya.
con Marianela conversamos que en el fondo sea un delantal azul con cuello blanco, ¿ya? Dentro de lo posible el bordado, que igual es súper bonito, se ve muy bonito. Paula después les va a mostrar una foto, no sé si las pusiste ahí, Paula, de la acreditación, que las chiquillas salen con sus delantales bien bonitos.
Dale,
Pero no tenemos como una, por así decirlo, como la estructura fija del cuello, de los botoncitos a un lado, eso
no hay
no, ¿ya?
exigencia, claro, que quiere decir la profesora Carol, no tenemos una exigencia estricta, pero que sea
Sí,
de forma el uniforme azul y blanco.
lo otro, yo que trabajé muchos años de profesora básica, contarles que como tips, tenía un delantal azul que el cuello se le ponía con botones, porque el cuello, como es blanco, a veces se ensucia mucho con los niños, ¿ya? Entonces yo lo lavaba de repente a mitad de semana,
Sí.
claro,
Esta es
entonces
de
también
las
para
fotos
mí es
de
súper práctico ese cuello.
de
Ya,
las
ahí está
fotos,
la Katy, claro, el mismo cuello, entonces seguramente esa corte ellas se mandaban a hacer el mismo.
exacto,
Todo igual.
de las cortes.
Claro, todas iguales.
Entonces, pero no es una exigencia, no es que le estamos exigiendo esto, es simplemente un modelo, pero que sea de los colores, ¿verdad? Eso sí, los colores y claro, lo que sea práctico en este momento. Recuerden que eventualmente quizás volvamos a presencialidad y entonces ahí van a ver, porque no sé si lo puedo compartir esto otro. Bueno, son dos fotos de las chicas de las Cortes 2017 con el...
Se salió, se cerró.
¿Mm? Este no
Como que
sería...
la vimos y se cerró.
Ah, perdón.
Mm.
Entonces, eso, eso en cuanto al delantal.
A mí me parece que la de Evelyn no tiene los botones de al lado, parece.
Puede ser algo que tenga botones de otro color. No,
Sí. A mí me da la impresión, chiquillas, que por ejemplo por corte se ponían de acuerdo antes y le iban a mandar a un lugar a hacer, por ejemplo.
ahí está Bárbara.
Da esa impresión, pero lo que dice el reglamento, que es un delantal azul con cuello blanco, ¿ya? Así que para que nos quedemos tranquilos y el logo dentro de lo posible, porque también sabemos que estamos con fase 1, las chiquillas de tanque igual, entonces ahí dentro de lo posible.
Exacto.
El día de la presentación, que es la próxima semana, lo que les vamos a pedir es que estén bien peinaditas, bien ordenaditas, ojalá con una blusita, o bueno, o no con polerón con capucha, eso quiero decir, ya en el fondo que se vean ordenadas, ya ordenadas, porque para que estamos con cosas, pues, todo entra por la imagen, ¿cierto? Así que es importante que estemos ordenaditas, bien peinadas. Nos incluimos nosotras, Paula, bien peinadas.
Este es mi pelo de recién salido de la ducha. Ok. Entonces, bien, chicas, otra duda. Acaba de llegar Bárbara. Bueno, Bárbara, vamos a revisar al final. Recuerden, hacemos nuestro roundup, nuestros reminders, agreements, y está grabado. Además, las preguntas sobre la práctica. Bárbara, ¿tienen algo más que preguntar a la profesora Karen?
Mientras que la Bárbara
Hola.
piensa. Perdón.
Hola,
Hola.
hola profesoras, hola compañeras. Llegué tarde, pero escuché, lo último que escuché, bueno, lo único que escuché fue de que teníamos que entrar a práctica, creo que desde la próxima semana, y que teníamos que estar bien presentadas. Eso es todo lo que escuché.
Bien peinado, dijo la profe. Chiquillas, les quería decir que dos cosas. Primero, que si no van a llegar a la hora, yo no sé si la Paula está, parece que no sé si se desconectó, ¿no? Que si no pueden llegar a las 2, entren mejor a las 2:20, que es el horario de su bloque, porque me di cuenta que algunas están almorzando. A mí me pasa que no estoy con mi postre, por ejemplo.
Sí, sí,
Entonces,
sí.
para que lo vean después con Paula, que quizás es mejor que entren a las 2:20, pero estén todas conectadas. Y lo segundo, chiquilla, es que no sé si tampoco Paula lo dijo al inicio, como hablaba en inglés, no le entendí, pero lo que les quiero igual transmitir es que como escuela se decidió que las clases sincrónicas van a ser con cámara, ¿ya? Entonces, para invitarlas a que prendan sus cámaras, ¿por qué? Porque hicimos toda una evaluación el año pasado con este sistema remoto y también evaluamos que muchos de los estudiantes, por ejemplo, ponían el celular y después uno les preguntaba, por ejemplo, Bárbara, Bárbara, y nunca respondían, entonces no sabíamos si estaban o no, ¿ya? Entonces, ¿por qué les digo esto? Porque el momento cuando la profe, no sé, cuando ella pone un PPT, uno puede estar sin cámara, pero cuando es este momento de reunión de todas, invitarlas a que prendan sus cámaras, ¿ya, chiquillas? Y ahora más que nunca nos van a entender, porque si les va a tocar hacer tutorías virtuales, ustedes les va a dar mucha pena, yo siempre les decía el año pasado, uno se va a sentir súper mal cuando están todos con las cámaras apagadas. Entonces, pues lo mismo, para tener esta interacción y cercanía, es que la idea es que participen con sus cámaras, ¿ya? Y por lo mismo, si no alcanzan a almorzar, mejor que acuerden un horario en que todas puedan estar bien concentradas en la clase. Pau, perdón, no sé si lo habéis dicho en inglés.
No, estábamos por llegar a las regulaciones de la clase, luego cuando empecemos la presentación del módulo.
Ya.
Entonces, ¿alguna otra pregunta, chicas, para el profesor Karen?
Para ir retirándome, chiquillas. Dudas de la práctica, del proceso.
Profesora, las prácticas van a ser online, ¿verdad? Es que yo llegué tarde, la avisé la
Llego
profesora.
tarde,
Está haciendo el trámite, ya sabíamos.
Sí.
Ya,
Sí.
por eso les digo que hay que acordar un horario en que todas puedan llegar, chiquillas, porque, por ejemplo, eso ya lo hablamos harto rato y la idea es que no se esté repitiendo a cada rato la información. Araceli,
So again, starting again on Educandus, we have here Educandus, the first tab in Educandus. This first tab called General has main information about the module. Yes. So here is our means of communication. It's a forum, so you can answer also. So here you will receive the links, my invitations, and you can also answer to me because it's a forum, basically. Es un foro, así que yo puedo recibir las respuestas. All right. Then we have attendance. Then we have a brief description of the module. The syllabus and the lesson plan, you already have access to that. We're going to see again now in the presentation, and we will see the lesson plan again. The graduation profile, yesterday also in class, we discussed a little bit about the graduation profile. You already saw it yesterday, but we have it here as well. And we have a new redesign of and the participation or the inclusion of competencies in our syllabus is interesting. We are going to see. And the Practicum Regulations. This is the document Professora Karen was talking about, Reglamento Interno de Prácticas en Conjunto. And in here you have valuable information for your work at school and in face-to-face classes and physical attendance, let us say, but also applies to Practicum in general. And there you have the description, this description about the PINA form. Yes, Practicum Regulations. So this is a document I needed to revise. I will also check again for next class what is the most important thing to bear in mind with that document. Then in every tab that you're not able to see now, but you will have here different units. And in the units, you will have again the materials organized as you already know from last year. I think it was a clear organization. You have the presentation, the video, the PPT, the materials to accomplish tasks, and I don't know, a forum, a wiki, other resources to work with that material. Yes. So I think you already worked well with Educandos last year. So if you have any problem, with Educandos, did you have any problem last year with Educandos? In the same way, working with Educandos. Okay, we will go back to our presentation, to welcoming you to school. And this is a new academic year that is very hectic. As you see, it will be hectic. You will have lots of activities with a new activity. Yes, lots of modules, but also with outside activities coming from school and your mentor teachers. Here is the PPT that Barbara and Araceli didn't see. So this is the distribution, your distribution in schools. Araceli and Javiera will be at school Maria Tapia Mendez with Professor Carlos. Liselda and Genesis with Professor Catherine Ibáñez, the school Gabriel Benavente, Constanza Javiera, Javiera Bárbara will work with Professor Matías Ahumada at the school Cardenal José María Caro. And we have a classmate who is coming back since he suspended his studies in 2019. And he's supposed to be connecting with us and working at the same school. Okay. Camila and Fernanda will be working with Professor Gaspar Aravena at school Anselmo Tapia Loyola, and Aileen and Alejandra at school Roberto Oropazo, and we will have the confirmation this afternoon when we talk to the professor. So this is the distribution. Everything is online, as you heard, yes. And attendance to the practicum will be virtual, yes. So anyway, you are required to attend, yes. This is a duty. This is your duty and your obligation. I don't know what happens here, but it's very sensitive. Yes. So next week we will have the presentations. Yes, the introductions. You will receive an email with the invitation, the date and the time and the link. So wait for that. And that will be very specific. Yes. Come early to the meeting. Yes, Professor Karen, because we are waiting for the professors, the teachers, and we want them to see you are you comply with the time duty. In the meeting, we will discuss your duties and your activities with these professors, since professors, teachers work with different methodologies, yes, and they get to their students in different ways, just because of problems of connectivity and distance from school and so on and so forth. So we would like you to have a good access to connectivity. We will try to support anyway from the university. So we will need this information from you in case you might need any support with connectivity. In any case, as Professor Karen said, teachers, the professors will also talk to you in which way you can participate and collaborate. And probably will not be that you have to be connected every week with students in synchronous classes. Anyway, remember, as much as we can help, we can help. Remember, you also have classes, and the idea is that you have good access to connectivity. Vaccination is optional and voluntary. Thinking you have the possibility to get the vaccine because you are a practicum teachers, teacher candidates in practicum. We invited you to go through the links, get the permission, and get the vaccine in case you want to do it. Also, it's a protection to your families. Yes. And practicum is virtual. We are not going to schools this semester. This is the most probable situation in the future as well. But attendance is compulsory, yes, and we will see that in another slide. We talked again about the delantal, this pinafore, which is mandatory, but not the exact design. Yes, we talked that the design might be different. The only requirement is that it is a blue pinafore with white color. Yes, el cuello blanco. But this is a design that the girls in cohort 2018 sent me as an example. Okay, this is only an example. Okay, do you have any other questions about practicum? We will see also regards the module. We start the module. So it was a special day, really, with lots of information. So, so this is our module. Finally, we got to the module. And the module is English practicum. Well, you know, this practicum is the word for English official word to mean la práctica de la docencia, ¿no? La práctica docente que se refiere a los estudiantes, ¿verdad? A los teacher candidates a los profesores de formación inicial docente. Entonces, esa es la palabra oficial, practicum. And in English, which is the first practicum, you will have nearer to the students and with that meaning, yes, everything you will be working with the teachers, the mentor teachers will be used with real children. So this is your time now to develop all that creativity you show you have. Javiera? Now is a great moment to show your creativity, yes, again. So now these are the questions for reflection. So what are your predictions about the module's content and activities? Because we have the module. So you have your work with your professor, with your teacher, your mentor teacher, and you have the work with me. We will be collaborating. As I said, we might need extra time to meet with you just because you're preparing something special for your teacher, for your mentor teacher and your students. So, so what do you think? What do you predict and you expect? Because these are very much connected to the future. Okay, any ideas?
Maybe put in practice the things we have learned in the past years. No, in the
Yes,
el
excellent.
año pasado.
Yes, you put into practice. Excellent. That's what I was saying. Your great creativity, all the wonderful activities you have developed. Yes, I read all of your portfolios last year, and I read that you wanted to put in practice your activities you created, and that's the desire we all had, and now we are nearer to that. Yes, to put into practice everything, everything we have learned. Okay, yes, future candidates. Thinking they or we, it depends on your position, have learned so far. Okay, yes, so it's practice, yes, it's mainly practice, but what else do you think? No more reading in English, no more tasks in English? To you, that's your prediction or your expectation? If you saw the lesson plan, then you saw, oh, we have tasks. What else do we need to support that practice, that everyday practical, those everyday practical activities? Girls? What else do we need to develop? Any other thing? What else were we doing the last semesters? Practice, but also something else. Do you remember?
We can corroborate if our way to planificate or made activities is a right way.
The right way, yes, corroborate, or prove, yes, prove. If the way of planning, yes, the way of planning is successful with real activities. Yes, excellent. So you will have this nearer relationship to the students or to the teacher that will say to you, probably you will not see the students, but the teacher will say, oh, do you know what? Barbara, this activity was wonderful, but the students didn't understand something. So there, you will already have a some feedback from the students that, okay, this activity was a good idea, but maybe not so successful. So, or the opposite, all this activity, the students love the activity, have lots of colors and nice and easy vocabulary, and the students understood it quickly. So you will have this feedback. Also, when you are face-to-face with students, all the time we are proving whether our thoughts, our activities, our plans are really successful. But also, don't forget, teacher candidates are all the time revising theory. So we don't forget about the theory. We are always learning. Remember, you're lifelong learners. You learn and you read about your profession your whole life. And this is also in your standards. It is in the estándares pedagógicos para la educación básica as well. And that means you're all the time learning. You're all the time revising, practicing English, because we will be reading in English, listening to English, and writing and speaking in English. So we continue revising previous knowledge. Yes. And there is something else that involves the previous knowledge, theory in general, theory about learning, yes, because that's our profession, yes, teaching and learning, theory about teaching and learning will prove successful activities. So what else? And previous knowledge, and what else? What else involves this, and why is it called not practical in English, but English practicum? What are we doing that is very specific in this module? What are you practicing, developing? Skills in, come on, one word.
Second language.
In the language, in English. Yes, so you will continue reading in English, speaking in English, writing in English. Yes, and knowledge about the English language. Remember, you're at the point of developing your abilities in the language. Remember, we will be tested. Yes, you will be tested every year. And Barbara, remind me to give you a message about the workshops, the extra workshops in English. So yes, you will continue developing that's why our module is in English. We are speaking in English. We will be discussing in English, and as I said, developing the skills in English. Okay. Okay, so this is el perfil de egreso, yes, and Introduction says, al término de la carrera, el profesor estará habilitado para promover en sus educandos el desarrollo de aprendizajes específicos en las áreas de educación general básica, con especial énfasis en la lengua inglesa. Además, estará habilitado para diseñar, planificar, gestionar, implementar y evaluar el proceso formativo por el cual los educandos, desarrollan sus competencias, aprendizajes, yes, que son, y aprendizajes cognitivos, procedimentales y actitudinales. Y luego, so have you ever read this? Sorry, we have some other questions to finish. So expectations, more or less we have talked about expectations and questions. Which questions do you have about the module? Any questions? Well, probably by the end we will have. Yes, Barbara?
In the road, and no road, camino. We always have a teacher for ask, o sea, for give, no, tener, have a support. Because I don't know, maybe in sometimes I can make a mistake with my planification and I need a
Yes, exactly. Yes, will we have, yes, exactly what Barbara was saying. Will we have a support, okay, of the teacher along, this is along, yes, a lo largo de, along the semester, yes, the path. This is what you want to say, path, yes, es como el camino, yes, path. Yes, ese es como road, pero road sería para los autos, este sería como más genérico.
I don't want to make a mistake in front of.
It's just that, don't worry. We are all the time making mistakes. Remember, don't put that pressure on yourselves. You are developing, you are learning, and of course, you might have something mispronounced or a verb tense that is not correct, but that should not stop you from working, from trying, from keep on working. That is exactly, Barbara, this is a very good question, because that is exactly what I was talking about some minutes ago, that we might need meetings with the pairs, two of you at the same time, an extra time, just to have adjusted, so that we adjust together some of the activities. Yes, for example, that we check your activities, your videos. Yes, Barbara, your written task. Yes, or a class, an activity that you're going to do with the students, and you need to rehearse, to practice. So that is exactly what I was talking about before, that we might need to have some other extra time together with individual pairs, just to help you in this, just to be the support that you need along the semester to feel safe. But do not ever think I cannot do it. This is not for me. Yes, I will make mistakes in front of the children. No, please don't think like that. Remember that in case you're face-to-face with children, language is very controlled, yes, and you will be working on what you have already written and practiced and rehearsed. Yes, so I already thought of that, and that is why I thought it's cool that you only have 4 hours work with the mentor teachers, because we will have an extra day, whether it is Friday, Wednesday or Tuesday, to have this extra support, or even Fridays. Okay, Barbara, is that clear?
Yes, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, so do not worry. You always have support. That's why we're here, apart from many other things along which I have to guide you. Yes, but it is in that as well. And so the perfil de egreso, yes, the same as yesterday. Going back to the perfil de egreso, we check that probably you have never read it. Have you ever read the document of the perfil de egreso?
Sí, lo hemos leído.
Okay. Thank you, Listelda. Yes, and some people have not, and younger students, second year students, for example, have not read it. And this is something we really need to think about, girls, because this is our goal. Yes, the goal to which we are going. And so you will see that whenever you read it, you will have areas. Yes, these different areas in which we have different competencies included. La formación general, do you know what does this refer to? And it's the three first competencies here are formación general. What is the formación general? The first competencies refer to. Let us see, we don't have it. Okay, so what is formación general? You have this along your career. You have these modules in Spanish.
Miss,
Yes, which are they?
I got another doubt. Can I make you a question?
Yes, yes. Question, yes.
The students in elementary school, they don't have the habit of listening or speaking English the whole class. So we should speak both English and Spanish, or what do you think we should do?
You will be working with a mentor teacher. Remember that you're not alone with the students. You are working with a teacher, preparing. Eventually, in the case you are in the synchronous class, you will be together with the teacher, and you will already know how those students work. Yes, so you will follow the advice. We will talk together and you will follow the advice of your mentor teacher, because it can be the situation in which, for example, they are told something in Spanish and then in English, so that they get accustomed. But that is the style of the teacher, you see. But remember that you need to try as much as you can to speak in English to them. That's our goal. That's our goal. If not possible, if you need to say something in Spanish, you can do it. Yes, this is not to kill anyone, but as much as you can, you need to try to speak in English to the children. So, but it's true. What you say is true. True. Sometimes children need some support in Spanish. Always used to speaking in English the whole class. Yeah. And it is strange sometimes for them when there is another new teacher talking to them, but there should be also a process in which you observe first, they get to know you, and then you get, in case you can observe these virtual classes with the teachers, how they work, and also mimic what the mentor teacher does. Used to speaking in English in class. Okay. What should we do as practicum, as teacher candidates? Yes. What should we do as teacher candidates? So you are called teacher candidates. Yes. So you're all candidates to become teachers in the future, in the near future. What should we do as teacher candidates? So that is my advice. You observe. I already talked to the professors, to the teachers, and they agree that you have some kind of observation, of course, of what they do, what they are accustomed to doing, used to doing. Yes. Yes. Any question? Another question?
Teacher, I can see your screen.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, sorry, I was writing. Okay. So this is the last question by Liselda. Children are not always accustomed to speaking in English in class. So what should we do as teacher candidates? So you will be observing your mentor teacher. Your mentor teacher might have a rationale, a reason. If he says something in Spanish or he supports the students in Spanish, it's because there is a reason. He has something to. So there is a reason behind that. So you need to talk to him or her and agree on that. Yes. So you will be always working with them, and we will be reflecting together about the situations that you're going to find in real classes. Yes. Apart from that, you are always encouraged to speak as much as you can in English to your students. Make that proposal, yes, because that's something they need, and that's what you are practicing also. So that will make sense if you try to speak as much in English. My recommendation. Okay, so any other question about the practicum, about the module? About the module? Yes or no? No? I guess not.
No, miss.
No. Okay. So we will go back at the end when we round up. Then you can ask another question again if you want to do it. Okay. So here in the different areas that we were talking about in the perfil de egreso, we have this general, the formación general. And I was asking you whether you remember which modules do belong to formación general. For example, what do you do in formación general? Okay, because I don't have it here. So there are modules you attend in Spanish. A comunicar discursos, these competencies. Comunicar discursos en forma oral y escrita, integrar equipos de trabajo, actuar con sentido ético y responsabilidad social. Which modules, so all of the modules support this as well, but which modules specifically develop these competencies? In Spanish, maybe.
Se me viene a la cabeza, profesora, varios módulos, pero ¿me lo está preguntando a lo largo de la carrera o en este semestre?
A lo largo de la carrera.
Comunicar discursos de forma oral y escrita, tuvimos...
El primero fue teatro.
El programa de formación fundamental. Yes, does it ring a bell? ¿Se acuerdan? Yes, tienen los módulos con la profesora Nancy. Yes, do you remember? Yeah, exactly, those. So those modules include this competency specifically because that's the core, yes, but all of the other modules support this three. So that's the formación general. Todos los módulos que contribuyen a la formación general del docente en su lengua nativa, en este caso específicamente, pero nosotros también colaboramos, por ejemplo, en el trabajo en equipo, por ejemplo, de la ética, lo hablamos ayer también. All right. Now, this module in the reajuste que hicimos, this readjustment of the profile, del perfil, we decided that our module, English Practicum, will include all of the competencies, apart from 1, 2, 3, all of the others. So look at this. Competence 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's because it is a practicum module, a module dedicated to practicum, and therefore it means with this module, we try to support all of the competencies for you to become a teacher. Yes, the teacher that we are describing here. So apart from a formación general, what other area do we have? Formación en la especialidad. What do you think that's referred to? En la especialidad, look at this, 4 and 5. Aplicar los métodos específicos en la enseñanza y aprendizaje de las áreas de educación general básica, con especial énfasis en la lengua inglesa. Yeah? So, which is the especialidad, girls? Los módulos que
¿enseñan inglés?
Exacto, la mención. Yes. So, 4 and 5 refer to especialidad. So this is la mención. This is your minor. It's quite a minor. It's something specific you're learning apart from being elementary school teachers. So one of the competencies here tries to give you all of the tools to design activities and create environments for teaching the language, and the other one implies your development of the language to reach to high levels of proficiency. Okay, so we are discovering the competencies. And then a formación profesional, what might that mean? So we already have the general, yes, the PFF, the professors teaching Spanish to communicate, to read, to write, to work in groups, and all other modules teaching us something specific, una mención that will open us new doors to get a job. And then we have a formación profesional. What does it mean, profesional? What do you think? We have several competencies here. What might they mean? So we have 6, 7, 8. Formular metas y objetivos de aprendizaje efectivos basados en la normativa de la política pública y en conocimientos pedagógicos para planificar la enseñanza en educación general básica. Generar ambientes de aprendizaje. What is this? ¿Cuáles son estos módulos? ¿Cuál es la formación profesional? Generar ambientes de aprendizaje propicios para facilitar los educantes.
Profesor, usted dio la respuesta. Formación profesional.
But what does it mean? How can you explain?
Here, inside of the competence 6 is formulate. The keywords is formulate goals or an objective,
In educación general básica. So in elementary school teaching. So all of these competencies try to educate you to become a teacher in elementary school. Yes, exactly. So this is what you're going to be, a teacher of math. You will know something about math, language, science, because that is what a teacher in elementary school knows. Yes, exactly. So those are the keywords. Yes, elementary school teaching, but also you have objectives, you have environments, strategies to teach. Yes, exactly. You have evaluation. Does it ring a bell? Yes, because we also saw the standards last year. The whole year we discussed about standards, and these are also very much related. Okay. And finally, we have the last one, which is the formación práctica. Now, what does it mean, formación práctica? These competencies relate to what? Apoyar a la comunidad educativa en el proceso de la formación de los educandos, valorar la diversidad cultural a través del conocimiento de la interculturalidad, de la interacción con otros, para contribuir a la inserción de los educandos en un mundo globalizado, vincular su práctica docente con la comunidad y el entorno escolar, participando en acciones conjuntas, el establecimiento que contribuyen a la cultura escolar y a la ciudadanía para fortalecer la formación integral de los educandos, aplicar capacidades de investigación-acción que le permitan reflexionar sobre las situaciones educativas y su propia práctica para proponer soluciones en el aula y contribuir al desarrollo académico de la comunidad profesional. So, what is this? The last one. Formación práctica. Refers to everything we do where? Comunidad educativa, comunidad, entorno escolar. What does it mean? Girls, are you there? Are you awake? Siesta time? Chicas, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss. I think that is our work inside of the school.
Oh, excellent. That's practicum. Yes, exactly. It's the work in the schools. So as you see, the profile tries to tap into all of the areas of education of a future teacher. So you need to be taught in all of these areas to be a successful teacher. Okay, girls. So I will show you the last one. We will have you still have connection to stay for a while. because we have lots of reflections to make. I will show you the questions for you to think. We will have a short break to go to the bathroom, yes? And we will come back. Do you still have connection? Girls? Okay. So let's reflect. How do you think the contents in the module can contribute to developing the competencies leading to the fulfillment of the graduation profile? So we have to fulfill all of the competencies, yes, all of the competencies. But why is that important? Why is so much required from us, from our module? Yes, and how do you think this module can contribute to the future profession as the teacher? Is that clear, girls? Okay, so Javiera, you can write, girls. You don't need to speak, but this is your time to participate. Okay, let us see, Javiera, Araceli. What can you share with us? How do you think the contents in the module can contribute to developing the competencies leading to the fulfillment of the graduation profile? We said already in the contents, of course, we have practical tips, devices, techniques. We have theory. We have contents in English to develop your skills. Planning, of course, designing materials. So what can you say? Do you want to write something? Iselda? Daniela? Daniela? Yes?
Teacher.
Yes,
Here.
Daniela, I hear you. So how do the contents contribute to developing the competencies leading to the fulfillment of the graduation profile? What do you think? How do we get to that? I can help you here with your ideas.
Means because we will can verify if now this module help us for also prove our way to design or planificate. Is that if we make a good work. Also, if we have problems, here we evidence the problems and we fix the problems.
Okay, yes, here to be able to, yes, to know about the problems and solve, yes, fix the problems. Excellent, to design materials.
Yeah.
Activities, yes, exactly.
Also, enriquecer, I don't know, our learning, not only in English, also inside of the class. How is the behavior of the students, and have more perspective about how is the environment inside of a classroom.
Yes, also see how students really behave inside the classroom, a virtual classroom in this case. Excellent. Okay, so now, Araceli, I will write down everything you tell me so I help you organize your ideas. So come on. This is your time. This is your practice. You need to speak. Any other one? Javiera? This is It's about behavior. Okay, anyone? Come on, girls. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I think that this module help our support and in the practice in the school because I question, for example, and planification and the activity. You question a teacher is correct or no.
Yes, excellent. What Javier said is wonderful. So teacher candidates will be able to ask questions. Excellent. Candidates will be able to ask questions, ask for guidance. Yes, that's what she wants to say. For guidance, es como una guía, yes? For guidance to the mentor teacher, to ask questions for guidance. To the
Teacher,
mentor
do
teacher.
not share the screen.
Ah, you cannot see the screen? Sorry. Yes, sorry about that. Because I started writing and okay, yes, so I was writing what you were saying. Okay. Yes, Javier Arabraña says we can contribute the contents through the tools with that the module gives us, such as materials. Yes, so you will have new tools to develop materials, classes, activities, exactly, and you will have guidance. This is very important. You will have guidance, not only from me, but other so the view of another teacher. Yes, another teacher, which is also very valuable for you because you will work with other people as well whenever you go to school. So so the module can contribute through contents. This is, Javiera, what you want to say? Or you can contribute. No, teacher candidates can contribute. This is what you want to say. Teacher candidates can contribute with contents. Yes. Through the tools that the module, with the contents, by means of tools, yes. With contents, yes. What you want to say, by means of tools that the module gives us, such as the creation of materials. Yes, you can contribute. You can contribute, you can create. This is the moment to use all your creativity, all your ideas, imagination, and you will have more people to work with. This is great also for your enriquecimiento, as Barbara was thinking, to enrich your experiences. And so how do you think the module then contributes to develop your future profession? Just because you will have all of this, you will have a clearer observation of what is going on in the schools. And the door to that is your mentor teacher. Your mentor teacher is also a great guidance to ask questions, to observe, yes. So, so this is my contribution. Anything else that you want to say?
I think that this is the moment. Yes, this is the moment for learn about everything before to entrar to laboral world.
To get into, yes, of course. Well, a great opportunity. You will have more in coming semesters, but this is the first one. Yes? To learn about schools, yes, to learn about, okay, we have two more people, Camila and Selma. So this is a great opportunity because you will be the nearest to a school and to the work with students at school that you have been so far. And so this is a great opportunity for sure. So it opens a great door. To enrich our, this is what Barbara wanted to say, to enrich
Our perspective.
yes, perspectives, experiences, yes, future candidates, yes, exactly. Before accessing the world of work. Of course, you still have other opportunities before accessing this world of work. You will have other practicum experiences. So that is great. That's a great discussion, girls. This will be in your for you to have as a backup. And so with this module, we really try to give you a very general idea of what your future profession will be like. One of the doors towards that world that this is a great opportunity to get to know a little bit of the world of work that you will be working in a few years. So it's a great discussion, and you will keep this in the PowerPoint for us to remember. And therefore, it's a very demanding, as you can see, very demanding module in which we really have to work towards the accomplishment of many of all the competencies, but it is worthwhile because you will still continue developing in future semesters, and it's something new to you at this moment, and you have to take advantage of this opportunity as much as you can. Okay, so we have finished this section of discussion, and then we have a welcome to the module. So teachers candidates will develop all of this. We have already said this, okay? We already said the techniques, the lesson plans, yes, knowledge, yes, theoretical knowledge, an understanding of how languages are learned, decision making. This Barbara was talking a lot about this, how you decide to do such an activity, and then you decide to change it, to fix it if it is not good, if something went wrong, and reflection. Of course, you know, we have always been reflecting in the previous modules, and we will continue doing the same. Just because you are yourself students, but also now you will be reflecting as a future teacher. So you will be in that mixture of roles. Yes, dual role. You're a student, or you're a future teacher, and now you will be in that position. So it's a very interesting position to reflect. Okay, so meetings via Zoom will be on Friday, according to schedule, Friday at 20, of course, you will receive the link at 2 o'clock, and then you connect. It's not a problem. Remember, we always have housekeeping, organization to do, so do not worry about that. And on demand, yes, according to need, this is another option, sorry. According to your requirements in the practicum, yes? We already said according to requirements or practicum requirements. So if you need to prepare something specific, then you need support, we can meet as well. Practicum requirements. All right. Then communication via Educandos is on Thursday evening. Yes, by Thursday evening you should have this. If not, I will send you on Friday morning, but you know you will have this link, of course. And my communication, please keep on looking. Tasks. So a week. So you know the way of work. If we have a task, it will be uploaded, explained on Friday, uploaded, and then you have a week to work. Yes, you're free to work during the week. Remember, you have this extra demand of working with your practicum, yes, with the mentor teacher, and then we can, by appointment, we also can meet extra hours.
Miss, sorry, I have a doubt. Tuesday, in the morning we have practice.
Yeah, practicum. Yes, so you might have
every week.
on Tuesday or Wednesday. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Daniel is coming. And so, for example, if you, Barbara, you need, so we go back to your organization. This is the example I was giving. So Barbara and Javiera. So your practicum is Tuesday, but probably you also have a time on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we might meet for some preparation, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that I work with you preparing or giving you feedback on something. So that is according to your requirement, yes?
Mm-hmm.
On the opposite, yes, on the opposite, Liselda has classes and Genesis on Wednesday. Then I will meet with them probably also on Tuesday, according to the need. ¿Sí? Si hay una necesidad, tenemos ese otro día para juntarnos por cualquier necesidad. Yes, Barbara.
In the previous square, in the
live,
in this, envía ficha, my name haven't, yes. Why?
Do you have a feature? Okay, I will ask, so did you send this feature?
What feature?
Okay, I will ask Professor Karen, what do we need to complete here? So do not worry. Yes, we haven't talked about that, but I will ask what does she refer. Okay, so it's about the organization of the week. Are we clear in this? Okay? Yes, okay. So please, I will beg you again to read the lesson plan. Of course, you know the lesson plan, how we worked previous years. It is on Educandos, and you already know the way I signal the evaluations. So just to mention, and to mention that you need to organize your time. Yes. You already know my colors. So everything in purple is your practicum. You see here, pink, your practicum. Gray, it will be the forum. Light blue, your tasks. Yes, so we have certain tasks to do. We have some things to read about and develop some concepts. Yellow is your project, so you will have a reflexive video. This is the first time we do something like this. This was decided by the modules, the practicum line, as a means of evaluation, a reflective evaluation about your practicum. Yes, so it is explained here. So we will have one video at the midterm and another video at the end. And so the one that is uploaded, I think we changed something here in the weeks. I am going to correct this again, revise this again, and I will upload it again. But nothing will change much in regards the tasks, the portfolio. You know how to work towards a portfolio. This is a third portfolio for you with me. So you know I am flexible, but it's better to have the portfolio updated, yes, so that it doesn't get to the final part of the semester without any task done. And remember, you are always reading and reflecting because you are talking about the topic in the following class. So please do your tasks and participate in classes. So here everything is organized as much as possible for you. Do you have any doubts about the lesson plan?
This lesson plan, we'll have change along to the semester?
Yes, Barbara, you
Because
know, sometimes we have some changes. I will let you know. Yes, you will.
yeah,
You will
because
be-
in the morning, Miss Marianela said that her lesson plan will have a change.
change.
So,
Yes.
so it's only for corroborate that
Yes.
also you this
Change. Yes,
lesson
I will
plan.
change this because I have to change something about the weeks at school. With Professor Karen, we will reorganizing that. But if there is any other change, you will know also with the due dates for the different evaluations. As usual, you know, this can be changed, but by mid-May, you need to have one evaluation. That is one of the videos, and the other video will be due in June. As you see, in June, we have some things due, like, for example, well, the evaluations, the tutor evaluation, your the mentor-teacher evaluation, and by the beginning of July, you need to have your portfolios. Please, yeah, hopefully, hopefully this will be quick by then. Okay. Yes, of course, there will be flexibility. I always tell you every week, okay, I can wait for this one more week. We are always arranging, you know, but please don't get to June without your portfolio. Please, you know this already. You're grown-ups. Well, this is about the color coding. Yes, color coding. So if every time you see a light blue, that's task. Yellow means you need to start preparing your project. So that is the idea of having your color. So you see, oh, okay, we need to start with this, with a project or with something specific, okay? Okay, and that. So the module regulations, this was something I was saying at the beginning. So class meetings are synchronous. Attendance to the workshop, this class is 80%. It is in the syllabus. So we need attendance. This is important. Remember, we will be discussing topics about the practicum, about many areas that you need to be informed about and you need to participate. But attendance to the practicum is mandatory. Yes, it's 100%. And that work with your mentor teachers, as we said, can be the preparation of materials, interventions, videos, everything that involves those 4 hours of work at school, let us say, yes, with your mentor teacher. So that is mandatory. See, it's obligatorio. You cannot write to your mentor teacher. So of course you can be ill, all right, but not, you cannot say to your mentor teacher, oh, I'm not able to work in the guide or in the materials because I need to go to the supermarket. You cannot say that. Some students say that to us, but okay, but not to the mentor teachers. So you have this commitment with them. You are committed to attend the practicum with the school, with your mentor teacher, whatever activity it is. And here with the university, you have an 80% of attendance mandatory. Every week, so you will participate. Remember, I always ask you to participate. This is your opportunity. We are reading, speaking, writing. In many ways you participate. I know in the forums as well, but please participate. This is your module. You need to be speaking all the time. Please remember that we need to get to high levels of proficiency. We are trying to do as much as we can, but then it's also your decision, your attitude, please. Then activities will be uploaded to Educandos. You know this. They are flexible, but of course, beware that you need to be working constantly. You cannot stop. So now this week I'm not working. I will upload today. If you want to start on Monday, that's all right. But you need to work. You need to think you're always working. Okay, is that clear? Then,
Yes.
then absences. Okay, so this is the reglamentos, the regímenes. You can have that extra evaluation in case of absence, and you are highly recommended to participate, to attend. This is your time. Okay, one more a requirement, we can say. This is a document you can find here on the internet. I need you to read it. One of the meetings with the professors can ask you, the teachers can ask you about this, because it's the document of priorización de propuesta curricular de inglés de primero a sexto básico. So this is an important document. It's not long. The last pages goes grade by grade. Yes, first grade, second grade, but the introduction is really interesting. And you're going to find important vocabulary like curriculum vigente, curriculum transitorio. What do you think this is? These are in Spanish. Priorización. What does it mean for you? Just one word that comes to your head. What is priorización?
Poner lo importante por delante, no sé.
Claro.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Prior in English also. Prior means before, the first. Yes, exactly. What is most important first. And also curricular adjustment. Yes, adecuación curricular y objetivos transversales. There are many more, but just for you to think before reading. Remember, this is reading comprehension, and you will be able to understand. This is Spanish, but it's a great material to discuss next class. Remember, okay? Also because the teachers are very much involved in reading the documents from Mineduc, and you need to be updated in this. Okay. Questions and answers in general, before we do we have time to do some Menti? I think we need to do at least one Menti, girls, before I explain to you the tasks for next class. Is that clear? Is that possible? Do we have time? Girls? Girls?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We have
Yes.
two readings pendientes.
So you have readings, yes, but you have some materials to work with for next class, for next week. So, so decision to become a teacher. Okay, we will do the Menti by the end before saying goodbye. But what I wanted to reflect here is about your decision to become a teacher. Yes? And you will receive this document. So this legend in a document. So this is your first task. It's not task one, no. It is a previous task. It's previous to one, yes. This is a reflection task. And it is explained as the academician and students will reflect on their decision to become teachers. Please add a unique fact about yourself that we probably will not know. So write a brief narrative and upload it to the post Educandos. Yes? Any question?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. So this is the first task, which is a reflective task, and you will upload it to a form. I will show you, just show you my, so I will also upload my reflection, so you get to know my reflection about becoming a teacher, and we will discuss there in the forum. So it is a reflection about becoming a teacher. So it shouldn't be long. It's not 3-4 pages. It shouldn't be so stressful. We're starting very, very easily. not reading yet. So this is my reflection. Yes, so it's very short, as you can see, and this is your task, okay? So it's a very short task, and it relates to your experiences, to your decision, why, yes, and why are you here? You decided to become a teacher. Okay, we're going to share that, and and there is another task which is here in the PowerPoint. Yes. Beginning our first unit, communicative language teaching. The first learning outcome is analyze various theories about teaching and learning foreign languages in oral and written complex texts. So this is something we need to keep on doing, as I said, reading in English, but also learning about theories, more theories and hypotheses, and etc., so that you increase your knowledge about learning a foreign language. To develop your standard pedagógico 9 en los estándares de la educación básica, because you communicate orally and in written about your profession. And in order to do that, you need to, first of all, be able to understand materials written about your profession. And therefore, we will read and write in English. Okay, to start with this preparation for the task next week, I need you to reflect on this. So you brainstorm. What are the differences between learning a language at different ages? So whenever you're a child, what does it mean? How is it different to learn a language at 5 years old and to learn language at 25 years old? Yes, we will have some ideas. And then we will discuss the topic in relationship to your own experiences and observations of children, for example. If you have observed children, your own children, or other children in general. So how do you think it's different to learn at 5 or 6 years old than it is different at 25 from learning at 25? For example, what is characteristic of learning a language at early age, in primary school, elementary school?
In first one, at 5 years old, the students learn about the language.
Simple language or simple vocabulary?
Simple vocabulary,
Yeah.
yes. Learn.
And then they, I don't know, develop their way to learn with personal taste. For example, books help to expand their vocabulary. I don't know.
But that is, they become more independent. For example, here. So learners, they are more independent as well. Learners learn according to their own.
I no había entendido bien the activity. I think that I search different between 5 and 15. Yeah.
Yes, but also 5 and 20. Yes. So here, what Barbara says is right as well. So they learn according to their own interest. They have other tools to learn. You search for vocabulary, for example. You search readings on the internet, movies to watch. Yes.
Use more technology, maybe.
More technology. So children learn more in exposure. Yes, from exposure, from direct exposure. From direct exposure. generally, from the television, if they listen to their parents speaking English, or to the television, or to songs,
Yes.
Their parents, their
or
family.
from school. That is
Mhm.
why it is so important that you try to speak in English to the students, because they will learn from you. You're exposing them to the language from direct exposure. Yes, excellent. Whereas adults probably learn more in direct exposure, but it's more directed by the learner. Yes, I think. Yes, so I want to learn this word, then I search it on the dictionary. Or I want to listen to British English, I listen to my favorite British English speaker on YouTube, and I listen to her. So I search for these materials. Learners direct their own learning. If I need a structure, I search for grammar, syntax, also as an adult. Like you're asking all the time, okay, so how do I organize this question correctly? How do what is the order of the question? Then I look for a grammar explanation. Then I have those tools, yes? Whereas sometimes children learn in a playful way from direct exposure to what they're exposed to. And you will see there are more differences than this in when you learn as an adult and as a children, as children. So here you will do a listening activity, which is this video with some questions for you to follow. And but you will need to clarify certain vocabulary, yes? So it's about the critical theory, the critical period hypothesis. Yes, we're talking about accent, and you have heard about this. Accent is something related to the way we speak. It's unconscious. Yes, we copy our accent from our ancestors, family, people we have heard all the time. There are other people who are more capable of imitating other accents. Some others are not so capable. And that stays with us our whole lives. Yes, I will always speak as I have spoken my whole life in Spanish. That's just because that's my accent. I have inherited that from having heard my family, my ancestors, everyone surrounding me for many years speaking that way. And what is a native speaker of a language? And you use the same. So what is a native speaker of a language? How do you explain this concept? What is a native?
Is a person that grown in a specific place and have the language that the specific place.
Yes, exactly. So you were native speakers of Spanish, and that is our language, the language we learned since we were born. Yes, we were born in an environment with Spanish, native speakers of Spanish, and that is what we learned. And therefore, that's our mother tongue. Why do you think it is called mother tongue? Why is it called mother tongue?
I think the tongue of the mother part, it's so stupid.
Yeah, but it's the language of the person who takes care of the child, yeah, and speaks to the child. And that makes sense. I also thought, had the same ideas as Barbara, but when I grew up and a friend of mine, an Argentinian boy had a girl with a German girl, they had a child, and the German girl was living in Argentina. She felt the need to speak to her daughter in German because that's the tongue of the mother. Yes, so we will speak to our children, whether we are in China, Russia, Turkey, we will speak to our child in our mother tongue. So it makes sense. At that moment, Barbara, that made sense to me. yes, because I know German as well, I know English, but I will never speak to my children in English. That's not natural to me, you see?
Mhm.
So unless I want something special, I have some specifics objective, but in general, I think if I had had children, I would have spoken to them in Spanish, of course. And that will happen to you. You will speak to your child in your mother. So from there it comes. So our native language is also the mother tongue in general, yes, generally speaking. Then we have procedural memory and declarative memory. You will see this in the video. Yes, procedural memory is this memory that helps us do procedures in everyday life. We walk, we speak, yes, and we accomplish lots of activities that are procedural, repetitive every time. And motivation, this is something very important. It came up a lot last year, by the end of the year, with many students about learning. This is something very, very important. We will see it probably again in another unit. But why is motivation important? And why does it come to our modules once and once again? Why do you think? One idea? Motivation? Carlos, about motivation?
I think that the motivation is the motor for learn fast or more low the language.
Yes, exactly. It's our motivation, it's our motor for learning and for doing everything we do. If we don't have any motivation, then we won't get to the objective.
Mhm.
So, and this is something we develop ourselves. Yes, we are not sitting there just waiting, motivate me. Yes, you have to motivate me. No, this is not the truth. Motivation is inside us. We need to develop it. Yes. And so this is another topic for another day. But for the time being, you can do this listening, and we will discuss next class. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the reflection activity will be the first activity for the portfolio. And every class, we will have our time for reflection. What did we learn today? What are the things I learned I want to learn in the next class? Similar to our reflections in the portfolio as well. And one question. Okay.
So the portfolio is like a bitácora, o sea,
Yeah,
it's the same that last year?
Yes,
Last
exactly.
year? Yeah.
Exactly,
Okay.
with different kinds
In
of
this class,
Mm.
we add to the portfolio?
Every class, every class you have a task. Yes, whenever you have a task, you add to the portfolio. Yes, following the same ideas we had last year, and with some questions for reflection. So agreements. Next class will be 26th of March, 2021, and I need you to we need to take these agreements as regards what is expected for next class. Yes. So help me with this. So check tasks, documents on educandos, so reflection about becoming a teacher. Yes? Perfect. Check other documents. Yes, so you have lesson plan, syllabus, regulations. What else? Documents.
The previous task, yes.
Follow the PPT again, to revise everything, and very important, find the online text about priorización and read it. Yes. Read it, quickly read the first pages, because there it explains what is the priorization. And do the listening activity. Yes?
Mhm.
Listen to the video as many times as you want. You can reduce the pace of the, so it is not so quickly. Do you know how to do that?
I know how to configure this way of the videos.
Okay.
I know, but I don't know if my classmates have problems with this.
Next class. Okay, yes. So what we are going to do is I have it somewhere. Okay, so not here. I am trying to find the video. I have it here. So in the video, whenever you play the video, you will share the computer. Yes. So whenever you play the video, what you do is go to settings.
To learn a new language? Wow.
You go to settings. You have here playback speed, and you have this normal is pace, the normal pace, and then you can reduce the rhythm to 0.75, 0.50, and so on and so forth. Yes, or quicker. Yes, so that you can listen to every word or the majority of words in the video. Okay, so this is what you're going to do with the video to help you understand better. Okay, so it was a long class, but we needed to ask a lot of questions, clarify many things. We have one minute for Menti, because Menti will, and the other Menti we will do next class. So this Menti is about the decision to become a teacher. So if you access Menti there, and we just finish a class with this, if you access Menti, you will just write the code. I will copy the code and we can participate. Just 3 questions and we finish. If you have any questions, please ask me.
Miss, what do you think? I will send a message, a correo, email, to Miss Karen about the feature, because I don't know what feature I don't send.
You didn't send. Okay, do not worry about the feature. I will. Number is 34726900. And it is here.
It's only a brainstorm. Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
mention 3 words you connect to teacher. 3 words and you submit. It could be nouns or adjectives. Okay. First, okay. So what? So it could be as an adjective, for example, or a noun. Don't copy what you see on the screen. Okay. Do we have more participation?
Un moment.
Okay. Any other? Any other? Okay. Learning, yes. Companion, integral person. Okay. Good ideas about the teacher. So I think a teacher is related to all of this, to learning, to teaching. A companion, excellent. Dedication is related to that, to patience, right? This person that is always thinking of the profession. Probably other professions are not like teaching in this way. So it's because teachers are always thinking about the profession, how to improve and get to do everything we have been discussing today. Yes. Any other? Okay. Any other? Do we have any other participation? So why did you, next question, why did you decide to become a teacher? And here you have to write the bubble.
Oh, I have a problems. Please wait for presenter to show the next refresh.
Yes, so I have to show the next slide. Is reflection. Why did you decide to become a teacher?
I have no. I can I can join with to the presentation.
You can't join the presentation, really?
Yes.
Oh. We will do another.
Please wait for presenter to show the next slide. Slide
Here. Why did you decide to become a teacher?
Yes. I can write my thinkings.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Your reflection. No, it doesn't work. It's a little bit complex. Sure. So we have to do it again next Friday, don't you worry. Okay, so do we have it? Could you do it? To show the next slide. Okay. So you cannot participate in this one either?
I can share my answer in the page, but I have something.
Why? So why did you decide? Why?
Because I want share and in I don't know how say this word in ENHANC enhance enhance
Hands, yes, enhance.
enhance the good aspect of me.
Okay, excellent. So I also wanted to become a teacher to communicate with others. That was my answer. And the final, next slide. So we will do it again at the beginning, yes, just to have a good start.
Miss, I give you an answer.
Okay, Lisandra, wonderful, because I couldn't imagine working my whole life in anything else. Okay, you couldn't imagine doing something else.
Oh.
Okay, that's great. You're really passionate. Yes, see,
I love that.
it is really a very hard profession, but really very rewarding, because then you see your students grow, as I have seen you grow, and I'm so proud of you and how much you have learned and accomplished. That is really fantastic, you see, and you want to continue doing it every year and your whole life, as Griselda says, exactly, your whole life doing this. Okay, next question. Great answers from the heart, from your heart. Okay, I do not know what happens, but technology is not helping. So let me refresh, but it's trying to refresh. Oops. No, it's very slow. So sometimes we depend on the website, how it's working. Unluckily. Okay, so there is one more slide, but anyway, we will do it early next Friday, so we are early. We can share more ideas. Okay, girls, do you have any question?
I didn't.
No, you don't have questions, so you can, okay. Decide as a teacher to be able to help children as they help me at the time. Exactly. This idea of service to others, that we help others. Yes, that it is useful what we do for children. It's a great decision. Great decision to become teachers. Okay, so if it doesn't change, we can not wait any longer, girls. Then it was a great class. I hope it was clear to you. You have things to do, and therefore you can work the next week on your own. So nothing else. If you have any questions, you just write down these emails explaining your situations. And
So,
yes.
This week the portfolio start.
So this week is reflection. Yeah. And next week I will have the document upload. Do not worry, everything will be there. Okay, great to see you girls. Great.
Thank you, Miss. Have a good
Take
day.
care. You too. Good
Bye,
afternoon.
Miss.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Take care.
Bye, Miss.